meeting. So we are hoping that this meeting will take an hour. So just be with us for just an hour, see how this application works. Right. Thank you. Let me start off. Thank you again for joining the meeting. Let me start off by prayer, because without God, this wouldn't be. So wherever we are, let's humble ourselves. Father, King of Glory, thank you for today. Thank you for the blessed week and the coming blessed week that we're heading towards too. King of Kings, Lord of Lords, I thank you for this meeting. But Father, the purpose that we have come for in this meeting may be fulfilled. May those who had intentions of understanding or learning something understand it and know it, Father. Glorify and honor you, because without you, all this wouldn't have been possible. Honor you and worship you. I thank you. I pray this in the mighty name of Jesus Christ, our Lord. Amen. So, thank you again. So, my name is again Tuhidi Maria, the moderator for today, but also a software developer behind the Fromyfarm App. We are a team of 5, and there are 3 developers. So I'm one of the software developers that created the application. I'm here with David Ojok, the project manager. All right. And just a briefing about the app for those who are new and may not know what the application is. It's an app that connects farmers, buyers, and suppliers all in one. Farmers advertise their produce freely at no cost, and then they would be accessible to any buyer, national and international buyers. Then suppliers are able to, we also have suppliers on the application whereby farmers can find suppliers, for example, supply with pesticides, something like that. You would search and you would find the supplier. Then suppliers or buyers can access different farmers with different produce. So David will take you through how the app looks like on that part and maybe shine more light on the app. But for any questions, you can either send in the chat or wait until the question and answer session. Thank you very much. I'll be handing over to David.
Yes, greetings everyone. It's a pleasure to have you guys here for the second edition of the Fromyfarm application, whereby we're aiming at farmers to sell more and produce more. We'll just give a brief or to add more light on what Maria has said about what this app is. We are an application that consists of 3 entities. We have farmers, suppliers, and buyers. Farmers are the ones who have what we call the farm produce. Suppliers are the inputs that appear and that provide services to farmers. The suppliers consist of agronomists, consist of equipments, which could be tractors, lorries, transportation, hose, farming tools, and also it consists of what the non-equipments. This could be the fertilizers, the seeds, and anything in that sector that is not non-equipment. So we are here for the farmer's journey on how farmers can register with us, or how they can use the application to make themselves visible to the Fromyfarm application. So I'm going to share a video, rather a screen, showing how the farmer side actually looks like. So we're on the farmer's journey here. Our aim is to let you guys advertise your produce to be visible to the mass majority of buyers that are out there that are not able to locate where farmers are. Why I say this is that there are so many buyers there, but they do not know how to directly get to farmers selling fresh produce. There's so much they tend to rely on storehouses, yet they could support that farmer who has actually planted and gotten their farm produce from where they are. So I'm just going to stop sharing and display one of the videos, one of the screens that can give us an insight of what we are up to. So, is my screen visible on the map? Yes, it is. So currently, I would like to welcome people from different parts of from the globe. We have people from Kenya, we have people from Tanzania, we have people from South Africa, we have people from Malawi, we have people from, we've got some people from Rwanda, Nigeria, Congo, yes, to mention but a few. So I will just try to elaborate more about how this app is. So as you can see, I was reaching out to some of the farmers from a particular area. So you can see that we have different people from different sections of the country who are trying to build so that a buyer who comes into the app, they will know what they are actually looking for. So I would start with where the countries are. We tend to have a lot of people who are involved mainly in the application where it was actually came from. So I will start by going as far as searching by, let me go to Kampala. So let me come all the way to this side here to ensure that at least we are located. So now this is one of the countries that we're going to focus on. We have people from Kenya, as I said, welcome people from international sectors. So this is what we are trying to get you guys directly to the buyers. We're trying to enable you guys have access to buyers, get enough customers for your farm produce. We know that most farmers tend not to have what they call enough customer base. But now what we're trying to do is that we want to give you enough people to reach out to you because we know buyers always look for the best price possible. Yeah, so I'll start by coming to just show farmers, people who have joined us, and how best they can advertise their farm produce. So first and foremost, when you come to this app, one can just definitely come and peruse through the application, trying to see what is there, what do they need to find out from, see what is happening in different parts of the districts, trying to know where are they located. So if I'm to come here, also trying to go to Kenya, you see the number of people from different sectors showing farmers that are actually located. Now, the first and foremost part of where people are supposed to go, before that, I would ask Maria that if you can also share the link for the download, for the WhatsApp download, sorry, for the play for the application, so that people can have an understanding and be in the same track together with us. Okay. So, yes?
I'm working on that.
Okay, because we have received a message from someone here requesting that does it. Yes, it does work on Android. Unfortunately, we have not yet gotten to App Store because we are trying to ensure that we have enough coverage and reach out to a lot of farmers. And the farmers tend to have Android smartphones. But we are looking into having more people join us. We're looking to having the application on Play Store, on Apple Store, so that we can have different people reaching out to the app and interacting with us. Remember, the app is an offline. It has multi-languages, multi-currencies. As you can see, when you come here, you can suggest whichever language that you want. We have over 118 languages on the Fromyfarm application to make it easier to communicate with an individual. Okay, so coming to the part you have to come here in case you want to register as a farmer, because you are trying to look at people who can also register as a farmer. If I am to say, okay, so in the sense, let us move these ends here. So as we're trying to move to the part of the sale, the farmer just only has to come here. Unfortunately, I am already logged in and I'm the only person who is actually showing who has just uploaded a produce. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to log up and then just give you an insight of how registration is actually done. So when you are not registered, you are still able to go through the app. You're able to peruse, go through this site, look at the number of produces that are actually being uploaded there, peruse and see how many tons a person is supposed to get, or trying to see the prices that are fluctuating with different farmers that are selling their maize or any produce that is on the farm. Okay, so let me just get straight to the point and try to give you guys a guide on how best you can advertise. First and foremost, you always have to come to the part of the sales section. When you come to the sales section, you register as the farmer. When you register as a farmer, the login details shall be brought to you and you're supposed to fill in your credentials. The credentials is to allow you so that you are visible to the buyers that are out there from different areas, and also let them know what you're actually selling, if I am to say. So I am going to use a rough estimate. I'm just going to get someone who's going to use. So let us say I'm going to use Coach Fred. So let me say I'm using Coach Fred as the name. And as we continue moving forward to how we're supposed to explain how best how someone can actually advertise on Fromyfarm. We are going to demonstrate to you how a buyer can reach out to you. Well, you have just only done two things: advertising as a farmer. So this is what happens. Now, location, where is the location of your farm? The location of farm depends on where you have actually put the location in terms of where your farm produces are. So I would say I am located in, let me say, Soroti. So when I look for Soroti, you shall find, you just have to select there, then you just put a number that is directly meant for you. Why I say that? It's because it is easier for a buyer to reach out to you directly on the Fromyfarm application, so that when they send you an SMS, they can actually get in touch with you. Okay, so this part of where you select currency, you select the currency that favors you, the languages that favor you, that you are supposed to put. Now, here you can select up to 3 categories of languages. So by selecting up to 3 categories of language, it is easier for a buyer to know that, okay, this person speaks my language. Let me get in touch with him. Swahili, let us go with Swahili. We have Swahili also here on the Fromyfarm, whereby it is easy. It's a way of letting them get in touch with you guys. So there are about, as I said, there are about 116 languages that you have to put here. So after putting that, you only have to tap so that you're able to now move on to the next. So by default, when you put your farm location, you are directly, these are all filled automatically so that it captures. So now the distance from the tarmac road, one could say 2. Then the farm size that you have, let me say you also have 3 acres of farm. Now, the most issue that most people have here is the password. By password, we have what we call something that is alphanumeric with a capital letter. So this is just a random password that I put that enables a user to see what is actually there. Why I say this is to make sure that your privacy, your password is secure. We need to meet the standard procedures and criteria whereby you have to have a password which is at least strong enough. So this is just a summary of the part of where someone is supposed to register. I can't move forward on this because we do not want to use a number that is not that I am not in possession of. Why? Because I won't be able to save an SMS when I receive payments. Okay, so With that being said, I'm going to go back and then I'm going to log in as a farmer. So I'll just have to pause screen sharing and I first log in using my farmer's details to ensure that just so that I can show you how the dashboard actually looks like. So give me a second. 1, 2, 3. Give me a second. It's at June. Okay, so I've now resumed to my dashboard. So this is my dashboard telling what you see here. So when you register as a farmer, you are visible here directly on the application. Now, you see we have what we call one produce. I have one produce that I'm advertising and monthly viewers. Now, these monthly viewers are the buyers who come and view what you have when they come to the dashboard. So when you come to the dashboard, at least you get to know the people who have tried to see the produces that you are actually selling. So this is, it gives you the intel of what is there. So it lets the buyer know what you are actually selling. So now what's going to happen is I am going to add a produce on the application that allows us to, I'm going to add a produce on the application so that you can see what is there. Now, in terms of adding a produce, I'll come here and I'm going to choose pineapple. So if I choose pineapple, give me a second, pine. So we shall have people asking questions on that are actually there. How many do I have? Let me say I have 90. Item price, I would say I'm selling each at let me say 500. Minimum price, I would say my minimum price is 400 shillings. So status, I am going to say it is available. You can say it is available in 2 weeks. That is if you have it in your farm garden or you have you have just planted it. So it goes as far as 8 weeks. Those are 2 months. So I would say available now. Description, I will just give a description. High quality, fine, apple. On. Okay, so that has been done. So now I have to choose a picture here, but currently I am using the laptop to advertise the produce. So you may not have the picture, so we always try to provide a reason whereby you can actually advertise it requires a picture here. Give it a second for it to capture the details. Okay, so it has been advertised. So the item appears here. So now we have 2 produce listing. Now that I'm using my PC, I'm going to try to add an image on my side to let you guys see that I'm going to use my phone to advertise an image of pineapple. Much as I'm not connected, I'm using 2 devices to advertise this. So please feel free to ask any questions in case on the inbox text, but as Anne-Marie will be responding to you as I'm following with other people who are trying to understand what's happening. Okay, so you can see that they have already uploaded the pineapple here. So from here, we're going to now see, now, how does a buyer now reach out to how does a buyer now reach out to a farmer here? So we're going to now go through the farm buyer's process of how you as an individual who is a farmer can accept a bid or is able to get bids from different buyers that are here. So from this point here, I think I shall hand over to Maria, as I wait to see what has happened in terms of who is making a bid. Maria, the floor is yours.
I'm writing to David. So on my side, okay, I'm to log in as to register as a buyer. Let me share my screen. Let me join the meeting with my phone so that I can share my screen from there. Give me a few minutes. But meanwhile, if you have any questions for now, you can be asking as I log in
At this
my
point,
phone.
yes, I'm able to receive any questions. Those who would want to ask, please feel free to ask right now as Maria is preparing herself to advertise or to show or to go through the buyer's project, buyer's side. Are there any questions? Feel free to ask.
Start.
Yes.
Start on.
Pardon?
Registering. I am start registering password
Pardon?
in hello.
Yes, we are hearing you. You have something that you'd want to say?
Yeah, I'm not understood this of registering PIN password. I'm stuck on there. Will you please rewind it for me?
Okay, so now the password, what I would say in the side of the password, your password needs to be in this kind of format. If you check on the messaging side, something similar to this, it could be, let me just try using the name that is actually just something for you to understand, because we want to make sure that you are secure and there is no harm on your side. So if it's just a matter of having something in that kind of form, if you check on the text, that's what you will actually see there.
Okay.
Okay. Once again, I'm saying welcome to those from different parts of the world. Africa, which Australia, we've gotten someone from Australia, Kenya, Tanzania, South Africa, Burundi. You are much welcome for this. You are very much welcome. So we are still continuing with the process of how things are moving on Maria's side. Let us know how things are.
Now, I'm adding question. If my link is already registered, my farm is registered. I'm registering my produce, and someone from let me say like outside like Somalia there, how are they going to link up to me to get my produce?
Okay, so now you're talking about international buyers in a sense. So now let us say that this person now would want to export your farm produce. How are they going to export your farm produce? First of all, they will need to first reach out to you. In terms of how are they supposed to get your produce and what's the quality of your produce. So what happens is that we have what we call exporters and international buyers. They send representatives on terms of what you have. But if, for example, the person is across border, we always urge that before you make any payment, you need to first ensure that what is there is quality. Remember, we are a service provider. We connect you to a buyer. Because, for example, you would have a person who you know is located in a particular district and you'd want to get your produce. So how do you do that generally? Before you even make any payment, the person needs to ensure that what you have is authentic and is not just in and out in a way. So that is how we're trying to bridge it. Now, what you have talked about is that would reach out to, what you have talked about mainly is the part of whereby we have the international buyers, whereby they send people to come and buy in bulk from your farm garden in terms of how much you are actually selling or how much quantity you actually have. So payments are not, they do not make full payments directly on the application. The full payments are made directly to you after they have confirmed that, okay, this is what I'm going to go with. But what I can say is the application is a way of connecting you to a lot of farmers, to a lot of buyers, not just community, nor not just local buyers, but also within or and around the country, so that it is easier for you to have better price. We want to be price makers instead of price makers. Yes. Are there any questions before we move on with Maria? Maria, are you ready to go with the buyer's journey so that the farmer is able to accept a particular bid on the farmer's side?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
Just share me. Okay, share. All right. Let's go back. Okay, so this is the application. It's downloaded. I'm just I'm interested in. I went to browse, and I was looking at this produce. I'm a buyer, and let's say I'm interested in. I'm looking for someone who has pineapples. Oh, I search for pineapples. It's here. So I'll find that Ojok David has pineapples. If I click the card, it would show me that he has soybeans and also pineapples. But I'm mainly interested in pineapples. So I click the pineapple and see more information. I'll look at the image, how it looks like. I can see the quantity, the price he's selling, and I'm okay with the price. Since right now he's the only buyer with pineapples, so I have no choice to get from him. Then high quality pineapples, just his description. So if I'm interested, I'll go and bid item. So when you bid, it's telling me to first register, because I haven't yet registered as a buyer. So there's this way of registering as a buyer, or if I go back, I'll go to buy. Like from the map section, I'll come here where there is buy, and then I'll register as a buyer. Let me register. Okay, this is Maria. Put in the email. My advice there. Let me give an example of Mukono. Oh, Mukono. Then I'll put in my phone number. Yeah, then the currency I'll be using, I'm using Ghana shillings. Languages I speak, I'm going to put English. And maybe let's say for Uganda. Okay. So my country and district have automatically been filled from this address. So create a password. For safety reasons, I'm going to first go off, create my password, and then come back. Yes, so that you just have to permit me. I'm going to create the password and just come back. Or did you want someone logging into your account? I'm almost done here. And then come back sharing. Okay, so it has told me to verify if this is my actual phone number. So yes, send. Okay, it's telling me OPT has been sent to your account. So I'm just waiting for that message. I think it has come. Oh, it's there. 1758. 1758. Verify. Okay, so as a buyer, we are entitled to pay for annual subscription. That's for only buyers. So they'll pay, the amount is 10,000, then there's VAT, value added tax, which is 1,800. So the total would be 11,800. So a buyer would pay that just for the year. Yes. So they can still remind me later. I may not be interested to pay now. Okay, so it requires me to log in. Log in again. Again, for safety reasons, I'm going to stop the screen share. I'll join in after putting in the password. Okay. Then putting in the password, share screen. All right. So when you log in, it takes you back to this buy screen. So I'm a buyer, I'm interested. As I said, I was looking for pineapples. See, it's only a joke David here with pineapples. So I'm going to bid. So this is how the bid system looks like for the buyer side. This is mainly the buyer side. So
Okay. Maria, may you first
yes,
go back again and then they see what is there when you press back. So it will show them where I'm also located and the status of what is actually available. So you can proceed.
all right. So for this country, and it's just a small issue that we are fixing actually right now. The programmers, the others are working on it. But then there is to be an image and then the country of the person. But then it shows status available now. So when I click bid, because I'm interested, it would show real-time sales by all farmers. So let's say there were other farmers selling pineapples. Like let me say pineapples have been selling. It would show the accepted date, accepted time, the price, the different prices that different farmers are using, then the amount, like how much is being sold, and then what would be the total. So you would be able to see, like let me say you'd find another farmer selling each pineapple at 1,000, and he's selling so much, like, oh, he sold over 500, or he's selling, this one is selling at 3,000. So it would help you gauge if you're selling your produce at a low price or a high price. Then, okay, so we see, I'm interested. I see it's just, he has 90 of them and he's selling them at 500 shillings. I'm going to put my price. I'm going to say, if he's selling it at 500 shillings, may I have 450 shillings? Because either you put the exact price or you go lower. It's like you're bidding. So the quantity, obviously, I cannot ask for what he doesn't have. So I'm going to say 50. And then I submit my bid. Oh, it has reminded me I have to pay for any subscription. I'd forgotten. So let's pay now. I had forgotten, I'm supposed to pay for it. It must be my network now.
So you first, what I would say is that how is the network on your side?
That's not actually that.
Mm.
The Wi-Fi. I have to go off. Having issues with network this side. Maybe should I give you my account and you log in?
And then I'll try look. So kindly first go back to the farm produce side where it is. Okay, so that someone can actually get an idea. All right. So the whole point is that you're trying to let them know where they can get where a buyer can go and place a bid from. So when you move on to tapping pineapple, tap on pineapple, then tap on bid to go so they can direct them. Okay, so now let us try to now upload your words. You put the price that you had actually put so to move forward. Okay, it was 450, then you had put. All right. So my minimum price was 400 shillings. So it must definitely be able to accept. Let us move forward. Okay. Try submitting. And
First tell me to pay.
All right, you go and pay now. Tap on pay now. So that we reach a point of where a farmer can actually accept the farm produce. Give it like at least 10 seconds. It should be able to load in terms of, unless if maybe your network is slow, but ideally it's supposed to be able to load. What else you can share with me? Oh, yeah, it is working on your side.
It's loading. Must have been a network issue. All right.
Okay, so you are going to put in my number, that is the side of the MTN. So it is 0770 73 12 77. Okay, so let us see how it has been. You can proceed with that.
On his side, since I put his phone number, he's going to get a PIN. He has to put in his PIN, that pop-up that says pay for this. Yeah, if I'd used my number, it would have appeared on my phone. I use his number. So that means this shows that he has put in his PIN and has been successful. So payment received. Thank you for your payment. It has been received. Okay. So a buyer, I've finished paying for my annual subscription. So that's for the whole year. Okay.
So hold on. You see the screen because they hadn't yet put the language that a buyer is able to see. They were supposed to be showing that language spoken, supposed to be showing the ones that I actually speak. So I will adjust that one on my end so that it is easier for a buyer to know what language you speak in terms of how you get in touch with you. Because we have over 116 languages. Remember, these are buyers from within and outside the country, from Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, Africa, or even as far as Europe, if I'm to say. So it is making it easier for easier communication for our user. All right, Maria, let's proceed with the submission of the bid to ensure that everything is actually working according to plan. So what has happened? What has happened? So the bid has been sent directly to the farmer. What happens on the graph? I think we are able to view what is there. Okay.
All right. So you've seen the money that I put in, the amount that I deposited, and then it calculated, the app calculated how much that would be. So something is going to be sent to the farmer. So David, should I go share your screen? What appears?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So on my side, I'm going to now share a screen on what is happening on my side. Okay. So when I need to share the screen. Let me see. So when I share my screen, where is the screen located? Hold on. Give me a second as okay. I think you can see my screen loud properly. As I was saying, we had moved to different sectors. I was just trying to let you know that farmers are really being located on the application where they are. We have different farmers from different parts. We have South Africa, we have Uganda. So we have a lot of people who are trying to, we even have also India that are also advertising their farm produces that are actually there. So I will come and just try to see what is it on my side. Okay, I received the notification. What is it all about? So when I come here and check, it says that someone has sent a bid for your produces. Click here to approve or reject what is there. Now that I am going to come here and approve, I see what has been sent here, what has been viewed. Okay, now I want to know, is this buyer authentic? So when I come to check and see the views of this person, currently the person has not been rated, but it enables us to know that, okay, is this a genuine buyer or is not a normal buyer? Because in this application, a buyer can rate a farmer can rate a buyer based on how they do their mode of business. So the higher the ratings are, much more easier for it. It is for a farmer to get enough customers on his side. So we look at authenticity of the person and how good the customer care service that the farmer provides. So since I have seen this and I'm like, okay, I'm okay with the price because what I had put on my minimum price was 400 shillings, but now here it's at 500. So that is why I do accept. But you see, as a farmer, I have not yet paid for advertising fee. I am allowed to advertise I'm allowed to advertise the produce of every item on the application, but I only pay when someone has made a bid on my side. Now it's up to me that should I continue and pay for this so that any other buyer who comes can now, I will not be able to accept any bid. I will just be waiting, accepting prices or depending on the choice that I actually desire. So I'll be like, okay, pay now so that I can pay the fee for advertising for that particular produce, so that it allows more buyers to now come in case they want to make bids. So I will use the same number that I actually had used, 7, 3, 12, 7. Okay, let us proceed. So when we proceed, payment comes in as quickly as possible, definitely, because you always consider time as a very strong factor, so that things are automatically sorted out as quickly as possible. So that now that has been done, when I close, definitely it now shows that I can also accept. Oh, it hasn't refreshed yet because I've already paid for the acceptance. Yes. So it shows that I've accepted the bid on my side. So on Maria's side, now to be able for someone to now see what has been placed on my farm produce. Okay. So I think, Maria, I'm going to explain, you are going to move next. Oh, you did not come to it was supposed to, I think, show that you had visited on my page. I think maybe it is still loading. So Maria, you're going to be the one who's going to now share your screen to see how far you can now continue in terms of how you can now reach out to the person who is on the application, to who is selling the farm produce.
Right.
You're all welcome. You're all welcome. You're all welcome. I've moved far in the session, but you'll catch us and you feel free to ask questions towards the end. We're not so far from finishing the journey of the farmer in terms of accepting the farm produce of a buyer.
Okay. Someone was asking about how do they sell? Where do they go to sell? So when you open this screen on the app, if you're a farmer, you come here where you see sell. Let me first fix that. Where you see sell here, yeah, you just click there and then you register as a farmer. If you're a farmer, you have a garden, you have produce there. Supplier, people who have pesticides, hose, tractors, agronomics, yeah, mainly those things. But if you're selling produce, you're a farmer. Oh, cow, pigs, animals, yes. So back to where we were. So I've received a notification. I have a notification here telling, and I don't know what it is. So I'm a buyer. I'm saying farmer accepted your bid, item price. Click here to get in touch. So this is what I, as a buyer, will receive. So it's telling me amount 5,000. The farmer is called Ojok David. I had asked for pineapples, 50 of them at 4,000. Sorry, 450 shillings. This farmer is very affordable. So I have a buyer, I just have to pay 5,900 for the contact of the farmer. Okay, the first payment was annual subscription, which will not be asked again until the other year. This is just payment for the farmer's contact. I accept pay now. Give it just 10 seconds to load. There must be a network issue on my side. Okay. Oh, the same, it was faster. Means my network is fine. David 07.
0770 73 12
No,
77.
That's good. Okay, proceed. You have Airtel, you click Airtel, you put in your Airtel number. If you have Visa, you tap Visa, you put in your information. Others from Kenya. There's also here, there's Easy Money. There's PesaPal. Yeah. Mainly those. David, you're putting in a pin.
Yes, so people are from different parts of the country. They can use Visa so they can make payments. We're soon going to add Stripe and also hoping to have also Flutterwave on the system to ensure that they are flexible in terms of payments. Okay.
So I've made my
So now when it automatically changed. So you can see that the person, the buyer now has a receipt of the phone number that you have there, where you're located. And it's supposed to show the country, but I think we're going to have ways of, we forgot to mention this here.
Yes. So let's say you were off the app and you were doing your other work, you get an SMS saying you have sent a bid for produce on Fromyfarm. Then your bid for pineapples has been accepted. Let me just click it there. So yeah, you'd get an SMS here. your bid for pineapple has been accepted on Fromyfarm. That is if you were off the app and you're doing your other things. So when you see this message, come back on the app and then, you come back on the app and then pay for it. Then you get the farmer contact. So right now I can copy this and call this farmer. Now the farmer's already received all that information. So all we do is just say, I have a truck, let's meet and I take my pineapples. David, do you want to show them on your side?
It's on my other phone. It hasn't been registered. So it's unable for me to show them the side on my phone. But now which side? Let me check on my side what has happened. Okay, it shows that it has informed me that the message that I'd received a bid from a buyer. So it actually, as I said, it is a way of informing us in terms of in case someone is off the application or probably is offline. But what we're going to do, we're going to ensure that you can have them also be on the notification bar so that it is easier for you to see those messages that are actually shown on the application. So I would say that I would say that the reports, can you kindly share your screen?
On the phone, eh? Okay.
Yes.
Log back in. Looks like I'm having some questions in the chat, which I'm going to answer even now.
Let me share something.
You want to share your screen?
I'm going to share something to let people know that your track record is going to be always captured. It will always be showing your records. And these are the things that we want to ensure that farmers can get loans from different banks depending on what is their performance in terms of the application. Because, for example, if you have a lot of sales that you have made over the past years, this can be used as a way of proof that in case you as a farmer, you want to get a loan from a bank, in the sense they will have to come and look at your farmer's report. How effective have you been on the application? In terms of what have you been selling? How many things have you been selling? So these things will show the records of what you have actually sold on the application in terms of giving, how can I call it? Giving statistics. So that is what they would actually want. How effective have you been selling? What have you been selling? How much have you been selling? How many people have you reached out to? How many buyers have reached out to you? That is in that sector of the farmer. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show them. So yeah, I can hand over back to you, Maria.
I want to share my screen. Let me share it again. Okay. So this is the buyer's report. Yeah. Let's get the cursor. Okay. So this would be the buyers. It shows the total number of bids. So far I've made only one bid. Total number successful, it was that one. Since I've just registered today, then bid to success ratio, so it was 100%, since it's just one for now. Maybe later on, if I'm buying from other farmers, the things will change. So it would show me how much I've spent. This is on successful bids. If I'm buying from suppliers, this is non-equipment, equipment, information. Then this is the tax that was paid. Yes. So there's something I wanted to answer about the languages. So we noticed that some farmers, these are actual farmers who have registered with us and have displaying their produce. So most of them don't have languages on. Let me look for watermelon. Yeah, watermelon is here. So let me say I want to bid for Raymond here. it shows English. So I know when I make a phone call, I can speak English with him. Or if I come here to Francis, it shows me Uganda, the quantity he has in kgs, it's available. I come to bid to show me he speaks English and Ateso. So when I'm going to call him after sending a bid and he has accepted it, then I would speak to him in English rather than us getting confused in what language. Yeah, but then I see some farmers forget to put languages, so it becomes hard. Like David is a farmer and he didn't put language. So I have to gamble with it when I make a phone call. So David, make sure you change that. Yeah, those are the things. Let me have a look at this person. At least this person put English. So now as a buyer, I'm able to know what language to speak. Then
So Maria, can you go to soybeans and tap on my produce? Tap on the card, not the bid. Okay, so it's able to show this, right? All right, because I noticed that we hadn't captured ourselves. It hadn't captured your location. Hadn't captured the details. Anyway, that is okay. I just wanted to confirm.
The details for now captured, even though soya seems. There's someone who asked a question. They're failing to register. Let me just go back. Okay, so once you open the app, it shows the map. These are just different farmers all over. This is East Africa. Then that's how many farmers we have registered with us. Some have their produce displayed, some don't have their produce displayed, but that's a disadvantage to the farmer who doesn't have their produce displayed. Because what's the use of registering and then you're not advertising? You miss out on buyers. So the people who want to register as farmer, you come to sell here. You click sell, then register as farmer. Then you'd fill out all that information. The common questions we get is when I come here and let me say I'm in Gayaza. So would want that when you type in Gayaza, you'd wait for this drop down to come and you tap Gayaza, Uganda. So that here it automatically fills in. Then what other issue do people face? Is the password. So your password should have a capital letter. Let me say if my name is Maria, the simplest way to make a password, Maria. Then a special sign. It could be a dollar, a full stop. It could be at, and then let me say numbers that I like. I like 7. I can say 7. So at least have a capital letter in your password, a special character, either plus sign, times, mod, whatever. And then some numbers. And either your, what's it called? Year of birth or your favorite number, something like that. But it should total up to 8. Why all this? It's just a safety thing. Make sure your things are safe because anyone nowadays can guess passwords. So we put those restrictions so that it can be safe, so that no one steals your information. Okay, that is mainly it. Here, so you type in, here I'm seeing actually, you type in English. I'm seeing it here, you click it. Yeah, that is it. Are there any questions about the app before I go off? And does anyone want me to show them anything on the app before I go off? You can unmute and speak.
Hello.
No.
Maria, can you unlock the? I wanted to share some the screen of what is. I wanted to
Okay,
share.
let me do that. You can share.
Okay, so I forgot to mention this. When Maria had gone to the application, the number of views increased. So I'm going to share how it looks like. because she had seen what I was actually sharing. So when I come to this sector here, we see now the monthly views has reached to 7, and who is the person who checked? It is this person who checked as at this time when she was trying to make a bid on our farm produce. So yeah, it keeps on counting the people who are reaching out, who are actually seeing your produce. So it's a way of enticing more buyers to now come and look at what is happening. Also to keep you guys also going, that it is not, the app is moving, to let you know that people are looking at your produce much as you're advertising it there. Yes, that is what I wanted to share. So we had a question from someone saying, is the app also in South Africa? Of course, definitely. Definitely. We have people from almost within different areas, and we have people uploaded here from different sectors of what? Of different countries, let me say. So we have also uploaded. So please feel free to ask questions. We are now on the mode of now responding to questions from different people, so that we can see how best we can help you guys and see the way forward. Maya, would you want to share your screen maybe and explain something?
It's okay. No, you can leave your screen on because my phone has now blacked out. I have battery.
Right.
I've seen a question here. It says, can one register as a farmer or a buyer at the same time? David, should I answer that or?
Yes, a person can register as a farmer and as a buyer, but you would have to have a different number when you are using it. Reason is because we want it to be unique to the farmer and unique to the buyer. So there is that possibility of one registering as a buyer and as a farmer. We have any questions?
Yes, I have a question from Kenya. I'm Joseph Mori.
Please, can
Yes.
someone... Sorry. We're having...
Someone is writing on the screen.
Please.
Okay.
I'm saying I'm Joseph Moridi from Kenya.
Okay.
Yes, please.
And I, first of all, congratulate you for this one because it's long overdue. It's a good idea at the right time. And then I wanted to ask, is there a WhatsApp number that we can use to ask questions even after this session, should there arise issues?
Yes, there is a number that you can reach out to. I am just going to share it in the group, whereby it's easier for you to get in touch with the person in the WhatsApp group. Yes, we understand that we always provide customer care for people. We have it on our website everywhere so that it is easier. So this is the helpline.
Mm.
Let me send it.
Yes.
Does that mean you're also not in the group, in the Fromyfarm group?
I've rant about this one just a few minutes ago and I joined, so
yeah,
I'm just learning now.
David, you could send also the group link that you can join the WhatsApp group. In case of any inquiries, you text us, also text in the group.
So they can respond to this WhatsApp number on the group, and in case they would want to join the Fromyfarm group, they will contact us from that, so that it is easier for us to guide them. We provide support to all farmers, buyers, suppliers that are on the application. Yes. Is there any other question that probably in case there's anyone who would ask a question?
David, you've sent the link.
Yes, I have sent the link. I've sent the link on the chat. And also I'm going to be, hey, wait,
I haven't received
sorry,
it.
I'd sent it to the, give me a second.
Yes, because I'm not saying anything this side.
Sorry, I had sent it to, I'd sent it to, I had gotten a private message. So, okay, I think
Oh,
it's
and also,
there visible, or this is visible there.
Yes, I've seen it now.
Okay.
oh, also I forgot to mention that if you, when you register and you put in your right email, you also get a receipt email of the annual subscription you did, of the payments you did. So that's also another safe thing there, because I've just seen, I had not yet noticed. I've just received my receipts on my email for the payments I did on the app.
Okay, so I'm just going to now have a brief introduction before we close the meeting. Of course, our target was at least 1 hour, but because of time, we wanted to make sure at least we have only 30 minutes to reach out to each and every one. So,
may I only ask my last one, please?
it is okay. Please feel free to ask.
Yes. I have an interest in getting maize in bulk from Uganda, but I know there is a hindrance at the customs, at the boundary. I don't know whether you people have considered that, or is there a support system, or is there something?
Yes. So now, most cases we try to ensure that get these companies that do exportation of
Yes.
produces. So we want to have them advertise themselves on the supplier side, so that when someone wants to now export maize to their area, it is now easier. So what happens is that we get some challenges from farmers from the other side, or buyers from the other side, trying to get producers from Uganda. But you see, they do not have they do not have access in terms of getting these producers from Kenya. They now rely on the people who just come directly to the border. So when you look at this application and you now get an idea of how you can get this produce from someone who is in Uganda, because, for example, you will see the location and of where the person is and like, okay, I've gotten in touch with this person. Now, how many bags do I want? Also depends. Are you getting over 100? Are you getting over 2 tons, 3 tons, 4 tons? So if it is just a normal means of transport, whereby you just want to get directly from the farm at a very subsidized cost, it becomes easier when you know who to get it from. But when you do not know, then it becomes a challenge, because now it is now what we call the middle person, the middleman, who is now going to strain you, because now he wants to get at a maximum profit from his end. Whereas when you now know how to get this produce from the direct buyer, it's just easy as getting that produce. So your question might I hope I've tried to answer your question. I don't know if you're someone who wants to buy in over 1,000 tons, or it is mainly you want to buy in like about not in those kind of metric tons.
No, I would like to buy in tons. And I think you have answered my question, but whatever remains, I will engage you through WhatsApp and other means until, even if it means visiting you in Uganda, until we get that one right. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I will come.
Yes. So we would also like to also inform that we try to also advertise for these agronomists to also advertise what they do on the application. Why I say that is because most people tend to, how do I call it? Most farmers always want to reach out to these agronomists so that they can have access, so they can give these farmers new farming techniques. We know that farmers, we believe in growth with farmers, and we want farmers to grow. So a farmer growing, we want this app to help this person grow. From planting from 1 acre, going to 2 acres, going to 4 acres. Not only stopping at just increasing on the farmland, but also selling their produce for international exports. And the only way they can get into that kind of sectors is if they have these agronomists who can prepare them, their guidance of how they can advertise their produce, how they can plant, the modes of planting for export. We believe that farmers have dreams, visions in the long run when they're farming. We want to limit the factor that most farmers are now just planting for doing subsistence farming, or rather planting from home consumption. We want them to keep on planting for commercial use, from a smallholder farmer to keep as they keep on growing with us. And that is our target of moving along step by step with farmers. And the more the farmers, the more the suppliers come in and give you guys new fertilizers or anything in that texture, farming equipment, so that at least your farming is also, you show that the farmer that you were 10 years ago is not the same farmer you are 10 years now. So we're looking in that kind of direction with farmers, growing with them together with the Fromyfarm application. So do we have any questions that probably might need? In case there are any questions, we can explain more, because we have about let me say 5 to 10 minutes before we can.
All right. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, my question is, is it some payment for was poor about the advertisement? Is it some payment? Because I've tried to advertise my product.
Oh, you have tried to advertise and
unfortunately it's failing. I don't know.
No, it's supposed to. You try clicking added.
Know
try
how,
the item again.
how you can underline.
So on your
Hello.
issue, yes, I've got your issue. The issue is that you can still you do not pay when you're advertising the first time. You do not pay when you're advertising the first time, but you only pay when a buyer now comes to your inbox. Sorry, excuse me. When a buyer has made a bid for your farm produce. So when a buyer has made a bid for your farm produce, then and you want to accept that person's price, that's when it now prompts you to make a payment. That is on the side of the farmer, but it should be able to show on your side. You try advertising again. I'm sure it's supposed to be working.
Yeah, I will try again.
Okay. So advertise the pictures. We do not limit you from advertising as many producers. The more the producers are, the more the buyers now come in and want to buy, because there are different buyers of different farm produce that are actually on the application. That would want to get from the application. Is there any other question that is needed? Is there any other question that you'd want to raise? So we have sent some link to guide people on how to go through the app. There's a video link that is there that enables them to go through the application. Any questions? We have about 3 minutes, 4 minutes. You can, in case.
Yes, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Walter. Yeah, this is Walter.
Oh, okay. Nice to have you here.
Yeah, thank you. Mine is just a suggestion. Yeah, I am requesting that if possible, you coordinate actually the buyers, or you connect the buyers to us, the sellers. Because like for me, I am in Pade, and I'm starting harvesting my maize on 1st of August. So you need to help us there. Like I heard one of my brothers saying that you need to get maize from Uganda. So it would be really prudent for you to link up with us directly, so that if we can maybe mobilize the number of tons we want, because we are producing maize in bulk, so we can mobilize and get the required ton that we can get directly from us. Yes.
Yes, thank you very much, Walter. As I would say that we form synergies with different companies that do mass sale buying. For now, what we can say that we got in touch with Mount Meru. Though I think most of you guys might know about it, Mount Meru. They originated from Tanzania. And they move within Uganda and some parts of Kenya. So they mainly deal in soya beans and sunflower. So these people are planning on, they are hoping to now use the app come August on how to now reach out to farmers, because these ones now buy directly. There were issues in terms of prices from different there were issues with prices from different farmers, and they were complaining about inconsistency in the pricing. So this app is a way of bringing price ranges of what is being sold in particular countries, particular districts, and particular areas within East Africa, South Africa, and Africa at large, depending on what is being sold. So we are getting a lot of companies to come on board to use this as a guide, because we get a lot of concerns from the farmers themselves when just out of the prices showing this, and they're asking who is determining the prices here. So what we have decided to do is, when transactions happen, when the prices happen, we now know the prices of what a farmer will know the price of what is happening in a particular area, so that it is easier for them to adjust according to what is in their area, compared to putting the same price of what is in their area to an area whereby it is in a city center. Could be Nairobi, could be Dar es Salaam, or it could be Johannesburg. All the prices vary in different areas, because we know buyers also vary. Buyer varies. There are different types of buyers within the market. So what we want to do is that we want to provide you with a buyer that can meet your standard in terms of what you're supposed to sell. Because as a farmer, you put a lot in your garden. You put in fertilizers, you put in labor, put in the harvest, all that kind of just that a farmer goes through, comes up with a price that, okay, because of this and this, I know I'm supposed to now sell at this. So that's why we're trying to ensure that we can make farmers price makers instead of price takers. It is just like a shop for farmers, in other words. Just like when you go to a shop, they tell you this is the price of this and this, the buyer will know that this is the price I'm going to buy at. So yes, that is what we are doing as much as possible. We're trying to have intensive advertising in areas so that these buyers come in and start reaching out to you farmers. Those ones who are now interested are able to, when they want to buy in bulk, want to buy in large quantity, it's easier for them to now reach out to a farmer. So if you are a farmer agent, the better on your side, because remember, you help advertise. What is happening? Give me a second. Yes. Yes, hello.
Also, to add on to what David was saying, so if you're a farmer and you're interested, because for example, how we have seen, we have someone who wants to buy maize in bulk, Currently on the app, we have 108 tons of maize. So if you're a farmer dealing in maize or any other, register, advertise, because advertising is free. The only time a farmer pays is only if a buyer has made a bid. So we don't make you pay until you're sure of money. Then someone has sent here a message saying, please address the risk of making payments to Mpere. I'm trying to see where the Mpere comes in, because let's say he's a fake buyer. That fake buyer, that means he has to register with us, pay the annual subscription, and also pay the farmer contact. I don't think someone who's trying to steal would pay all that money just to again to steal again. Doesn't make sense. Plus, we also advise, let me say, the buyers until they have seen their produce or communicated with the farmer properly. That's when they should make payments. I don't think you would want to pay if you've got, like, let me say 3 tons, then you pay your 500,000 and then the farmer is not existing. So just make sure that you've gotten your produce, you have someone who's connected you to the produce, you have held the produce, then that's when you pay. Farmers, I don't see any risk of you having a fake buyer.
Yes. To add light on that, on what you have said, addressing issues of fake buyers, because at the same time you can also have fake farmers. But you see, a fake farmer will have to pay a particular fee, and to pay a particular fee, it will request him to pay a particular fee. But anyway, what I want to say is we have what we call a rating system, whereby there is what we call the view details, whereby a farmer is able to see the details, the feedback of a feedback of a buyer based on what the buyer has actually bought. So if this is a buyer who is is a scammer, and he tries to make a bid, he has to first pay a subscription, has to pay advertising fee. Now, if he has finished paying that, and then he makes a bid, sends a bid to a farmer, and then the farmer accepts. The farmer, let me say, accepts the bid, and maybe he has probably paid for the advertising fee. Because the moment you pay for one produce, let me say tomatoes, for advertising, you will not have to pay again. Any buyer who makes a bid, you just decide whether you want to accept or you want to decline. But before even you accept, it allows you to view what are the feedbacks from other farmers, from this buyer. Is he a genuine buyer? Because you'll find that, you will find comments that saying that, this is a buyer who has made, you might find a comment of a buyer, a response from a farmer saying this person pays the exact amount and he gets the produce as quickly as possible from the garden. So when you see such a comment, then you would accept that person's bid. But then you see a comment saying that this guy is a Mufere, is a scammer. He just wanted to cheat me. He didn't put the price. He didn't go with the price which was on what we had agreed upon. Then definitely you as the farmer will be like, this guy is a Mufere, let me ignore. I'll wait for some other buyer to make a bid who is more genuine and authentic. So that's that is our top priority, making sure that we have authenticness in the application, genuine farmers, genuine suppliers, and genuine buyers. Are there any questions that are needed? You can kindly ask in case. I think we have about 2 minutes before we close the session, because I think we have exhausted the time that was given to us. You can probably send via a text or on, you can probably send via on the chat box in case you may not be able to click. All right. My final understanding is that the final payment for anything bought is outside the app. What the app does is provide a platform where farmers can advertise and buyers are able to check for potential suppliers. Spot on. Exactly, that's what I'm actually trying to say. So the final payment from the buyer is whereby for a farmer is when the buyer now comes and now wants to buy the whole lot of what is there on your farmer's produce. Thank you, Abby, for giving us your statement on the platform.
That's actually very amazing that someone understood it. But yes, the money, farmers, we don't get any money from you. If you have sold your potatoes at 500, you will get your 500 straight away from the buyer. We only charge that 5,900 for only when you have accepted a bid. Yeah, so from that 500 or from that 800 that you've sold, just get pay off 5,000. Just mainly connecting buyers, as I said in the beginning, connecting buyers, farmers, and suppliers all in one application, making life easy for everyone.
Okay, I think we have reached the end of our session. We really appreciate those who have been with us from the very start, and we hope to hear from you guys through our helpline. We are going to reach out to you, whether you're a farmer, you're a supplier, or you are a buyer. We hope that you'll reach out. We are going as far as going to different, reaching out to different regions of countries so that you are captured, you are not left out. Remember, you're advertising yourself to the mass majority of buyers. You are being visible. Your produce is now being visible, not only just to the local community, but district level, country level, and international level. The only way you can grow is when you grow with us. So we want to grow with you as you advertise, as you keep on moving forward in terms of your farm, because we believe farmers have visions and dreams whereby they can progress. They cannot be the same farmer they were 5 years ago. We want you guys to have yourself overwhelmed with customers. We want you to build a lot of customers. Get in touch with a lot of companies that start giving you demands that we need as many types of produces as possible in this period of time. That's the stress we want to give you guys, because the more you get more demands, we believe the more you grow and the more you start also benefiting from farming. Yes, thank you. That is it from my side. I'll leave Maria to finalize with the remarks before we close the meeting with a prayer, so that we have a very blessed Sunday and prepare for a very bright future and a bright week come next week.
Yeah, thank you very much, David. Thank you for everyone for participating and staying this long with us. And in case you need like any other inquiries, I've sent a link there where you just tap it to take you to the WhatsApp where you can suggest anything. Like, let me say you want another meeting that would be talking about this area or something like that. We are open because we're trying to promote awareness about the application so that we can help farmers, especially small-scale farmers, to be able to sell. Yes, I'm grateful to everyone, those who are from Kenya, South Africa, Tanzania, Ugandans. Thank you so much for joining. Let's have a short prayer and then, okay, anybody selling groundnuts in bulk? I mean, from SS. So, okay, that's one last question. So on the app, we have groundnuts. Yes, fresh peanuts. We have someone with fresh peanuts, 5 tons. Those are 5,000 kgs. So you can either contact us on our WhatsApp. David, help me send the WhatsApp link so that we can guide you on how to contact this farmer. But yes, as you can see, we have buyers. So in case you have any farmer friends, please tell them to join so that we can make your life much sweeter. But let me send you the link for this buyer who's asking about groundnuts. And also download the app on Play Store. It's called Fromyfarm. You can, for more inquiries, you can click on that link. Excuse me, you can text us on WhatsApp, then we shall continue from there about the exportation and all that. Thank you, because we have to let the people go. Let me say a short prayer and then we can go on. Okay, let's humble ourselves wherever we are. Father, King of Glory, thank you for today's meeting. Thank you for how successful it was, and thank you for enabling everyone understand about the application. Father, there is a reason it is here, and Father, I pray that you may fulfill the different things that it is set to fulfill to help those farmers, King of Glory, and suppliers out there. I honor you and glorify, and I thank you. I pray this in the mighty name of Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Have a
Amen.
blessed week.
Mm.
Have a wonderful month. Please contact us on WhatsApp. Yes.
All right.
Have a good night.
Thank you for the meeting and bye.
Bye. Thank you. David, don't go off. I just need you for a short while. David.
Mm.
David. What a successful meeting. It made us look like we are powerful.
Telling you.
Where are these people? Where? I wish there were more farmers to show them that the app is so serious. Then people want to export. People want to buy.
Yeah, that's the serious. That's what we are hoping for, honestly. Anyway,
Wow, I'm so happy.
yeah. The thing is, I was receiving calls from groups. I don't know what they have told me, but I wanted to first attend to the meeting before. These things, as I
Yeah.
said, when we get adverts different places, it's just that we just make the app very perfect. But you see, all that depends on the price, the money that we need to now hire. So this is what I would want to be sending even these people to see. Now, for example, we can use this as a way of advertising in case people want to see the record that is here. Meanwhile, I think I should stop the record